everyone. Welcome back.
We're the happiest stitches on earth. I'm Christie from Indiana.
And I'm Susie from Florida. And this is our 10th Flosstube. Thank you so much for following us for all these Flosstubes. We appreciate it.
What's a Flosstube? It's a channel all about all the stitchy things. So,
yay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yes.
It's been a while.
What's been happening, Christy?
So much.
I know.
I have so much. I have so much life stuff. If you don't want to hear my life stuff, fast forward.
Go fix yourself a tea or something. She got a lot.
You want me to start?
Go ahead.
Oh, well, the first thing I did since the last time we floss tubed, I went to H&H, which is a fabric quilt convention kind of. Well, it's not a convention, it's a market. So you have to have a shop to go, and I think you do. And so we went as a whole shop, like we all went, most of us, and it was really fun to have us all together. But we had a lot of fun. I did a little shopping and got some things for my bestie over there.
Ooh,
and then we got to go around and look at all the new fabric coming out. The owner of the shop, she was doing all the buying, and we just kind of were mingling, and I got to have a really nice, lovely, long conversation with Robin Pickens. Mm-hmm. And I was so excited about that. We were talking about how sometimes we feel guilty that we stitch on Ada. And we were saying how silly that is. Like, I don't care what anybody else stitches on. I'm glad that they love their linens and their 50 count. And I like my Ada. I'm fine with it. And Robin likes to stitch on Ada, and she was stitching on some linen while she was there, but she likes to stitch on Ada, and she has a chart that she had out through Primitive Gatherings. And I love it. I saw someone, I can't even tell you who, did it in a floss tube. It was a tree, and it is beautiful. And it has some of her little quilty parts in the corner. And I said, Teresa, how do I get that pattern? What's the story? And she goes, well, that was like an exclusive for Primitive Gatherings, but I'm going to release it, you guys. It is coming. So there was a picture of it in right before we started our floss tube, so you can see what it looks like. And she said, if you don't see it come out soon, bug me. And I'm like, I'm gonna bug you.
You're the girl. You're the girl to bug.
I am. I'm not gonna let it rest. Anyway, it was just really nice to talk to her. I love her work. And we had a ton of fun at H&H. And so I'll show you some stuff when I do haul and whatnot that I got at H&H. So that's my first life update. I got to go there. How about you?
Oh, you finish, and then I'll tell.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I have so much.
That's all right.
So then, the shop I work at, Cotton Hearts Quilt Shop. Hi, guys. We are in the middle of the Indiana shop hop, which is a little crazy. It's just a little crazy. It's great. It's really great. But there are 53 shops, and there are women who are going to all 53, and they have it all mapped out. And so we've had a lot of new faces in the shop, but we also have a lot of people that come like all the time. And these two women walked into the shop, and they were waiting.
That sounds like a joke.
Yeah, two women walk into a quilt shop. Well, it really wasn't. Well, it kind of was a joke, but anyway, they were waiting for a friend, and it was a lady and her mother, and we were talking about quilting, and she said, I'm a cross stitcher. And I'm like, oh, we have cross stitch, come see. And we had just redone the shop with all the little cross stitch things. And we basically carry three designers, Robin Pickens, Primrose, Cottage, and Lori Holt, because they're all quilters. So I'm showing her all this, and she said, well, I'm kind of a sampler stitcher. And I'm like, oh, we don't have a lot of that. And I showed her, some of the things. And I kept thinking, I think she's been in here before. She looks really familiar to me. Well, then her mother tells me that she needs help picking out fabric for a quilt. And that's my favorite thing to do. So I'm helping her mom plan this quilt. And they said, we're going to go to lunch. If you could cut all the fabric for this, we'll come back and pick it up and pay for all our things. And while they were gone, I realized who she was and why I recognized her. It was Laura from Brenda and the Cereal Starter. And I was like, oh my. And I'm showing her all the little and she makes all these gorgeous, huge samplers. So she comes back and I'm like, I know who you are. And we just had a great laugh. And she's like, I do those things too. And, but she wanted some advice on English paper piecing. So we talked about English paper piecing, which I'm going to show you a little of mine today. And that was just really funny. I just was like, when she left and I was like, oh my gosh, I know who she is. And Laura, I'm just going to tell you that I told a couple of my friends that this had happened, and I sent a picture, and actually Emily at Shady Grove Stitchers, she's like, oh my gosh, did you like freak out? And I'm like, no, because I didn't even realize it was her right. So that was kind of funny. And then we went to St. Louis for Ben's graduation, which was an event. I'm going to preface this story by saying that Ben did not have a college graduation because of COVID. It was online. And we watched from our house, and he was magna cum laude. They didn't even mention that. Made my heart so sad. He had worked so hard. And then he got married, and we didn't get to go to the wedding. Well, we sat in the balcony and watched from the balcony because we had COVID. And I'm feeling like we missed out on a lot of major things in my son's life. And I woke up that morning and I texted him. I'm like, Ben, I get to see you graduate today. I can't even believe this. I was so excited. I posted a big post of all of the things, and there were 2 services. Okay, so the first one was in the church, and it was more of a church service. They didn't wear cap and gown. They just wore their collars, all the men that are being called to be pastors, and they were given their theological certificate, which meant they are now able to get a call, which he already had a call, but as soon as that service was over, he called to accept his call because it was all official. So we were at that service, but we didn't take any pictures. We're like, it's going to be a long day. Let's save it for cap and gown. Baby's not going to want to do all these pictures. Emma's not going to they don't like pictures anyway. And so we're like, we'll just do pictures tonight. But Rich's mom and dad and we took a few pictures. I took a picture with Ben, just a couple little candids. That was it. And then we all went out to lunch, and we went out like 20 minutes away. We had a lovely lunch. Baby slept through most of it. So I, at this point, had not really seen Baby hardly at all. And we started to go home, and I'm like, oh no, it's sprinkling. I hope that it doesn't rain hard so we don't get to have graduation outside. Rich graduated from the same seminary, and he didn't get to have an outside ceremony because it rained. And there are pictures of him pouting, and because he really wanted it outside. I'm like, oh, I hope it's just a sprinkle. And so we're driving back to St. Louis, and it's looking ominous, just kind of not likely that it's going to be an outside service. So we go back to our hotel. Baby needs a nap. They all go to the seminary housing, and we go to our hotel. And we are not in there 10 minutes, and the tornado sirens start going off. Well, first it went off on our phone. I'm like, Rich, like, should we do something? He's like, well, I don't know. Like, this happens all the time around us. These like things go off all the time. Then the sirens started blowing, and we opened our curtains, and it was blowing and raining, and it was crazy. The trees were all over the place. And we were in kind of like the downtown of Clayton. So there are a lot of office buildings and things. And he said, maybe we should go downstairs. And so we headed toward the elevator, and the lights flickered, and we're like, let's take the stairs. And then we hear tons of people going down the stairs. So we go to the very bottom, and there's a couple next to us on the computer watching the storm, like tracking it. And he's like, it's going past us now, but it did touch down. It's, and so we didn't lose power in the hotel. I don't know if it's because of a generator, or it looked like that whole area didn't lose power, and it didn't touch down at all where we were. So they're like, it's all safe. You can go back to your rooms. So we go all up to our room, and Ben starts sending pictures. And the first one was right across the street from them. There was a huge tree uprooted and on the building right across from them. Right in the middle of the campus, there's a fountain, and there's this huge, gorgeous tree that we had just taken our picture at that morning. It was completely uprooted. They were without power. Everyone, then we started watching the news, and it was devastating. The amount of damage that happened. And he's like, I don't know if you could I don't think you could get here. It's not even safe to come here. There's lines down, power lines down. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And they canceled. So then they canceled graduation because the chapel, first of all, didn't have power. And a tree went into one of the windows and busted one of the windows in the chapel. So they said, it is canceled for now. There'll be more information later. And I'm like, well, I don't think we can get to you. And Ben's like, well, let's just wait a bit and see what happens. And Ben's like, I gotta have something. Well, they then announced that the graduation is going to be the next night. And the caveat to that is Ben and Emma were getting on a plane bright and early the next morning for his graduation present, which was a trip to the San Diego Zoo. So once again, I did not get to see my son graduate. He did graduate.
Sorry.
I watched his graduation online.
Without
and when they called his name, one of his friends went, whoop!
Oh.
Like, hey, I heard someone shout, and Ben was like, oh, that was Luther. And I went on and I said, oh, I heard you, Luther. And he's like, it was all worth it then. Anyway, there were several men who had plans that didn't actually get to go through the graduation. So it was very disappointing. And then they left, and her parents stayed with baby, and they were without power for like 5 days. Her mom said to me, I did not come here prepared to camp. Like, yeah. But they pretty much did. They were troopers, and they finally got power. And yesterday, Ben and Emma finally got internet back. They were having to go other places for Emma to work because she works online. It was just, five people died in that tornado in St. Louis. And I know Kentucky got hit hard and other areas did, but it doesn't normally happen in the city like that. No. It was really devastating and in a lot of ways, but I'm so happy everyone was safe, and we have to just rejoice that no one was hurt on campus and all that. But I'm pretty sad that I missed. And Ben reminded me, Mom, you've been part of a lot of things. You were here for my call service. You were at my installation as a vicar. You were there when Elliot was born. You haven't missed everything. You're going to be there for my ordination. And I'm like, I know. So his ordination is June 7th, and that is at our church here. So we're preparing for everyone to come here and for that joyous celebration. And then we came home, and then the next weekend we went to Southern Indiana. Our life has just been on the road all over the place. And I got to see our friend Meredith that we met at Market, which was really fun. And she gave me a gift. I have to show you what she made me. It is so darn cute. Look at this. Let's see. She made this. Like, she sewed the fabric on here. It's got a little pair of scissors, and they're like the little stork scissors. Hold on. You have to see this. They're so cute. Oh. And a little sewing machine. And then inside, there's a teeny tiniest pair of scissors and a counting pin and a needle minder. And then I put some needles in here. So this is like my emergency stitching kit. He teaches a class on this. Isn't that
cute? Adorable. Yeah.
So, thank you, Meredith. And I got to see my godson graduate from high school. Well, I didn't go to his graduation, but I went to his party, and we got to see, we stayed with our good friends, John and Kim, and we had a great time. She hosted a coffee on her patio that is just gorgeous on their farm. And then I went to a quilt shop that's in the shop hop. I have not shop hopped once. And so I'm like, it's right here in town. I'm going to go to, I had never even been there. I lived there. And it was called the Quilting Bee in Georgetown, Indiana. I did a little damage.
my God.
But you never see purple fabric. And look at that. It's like gorgeous. And then these little tiny checks. I mean, how perfect.
Oh,
So I did do a little bit of damage there. But as I was leaving, someone walked in wearing a Cotton Hearts Quilt Shop shirt from my shop,
no
5
way.
hours away. It was very funny.
Oh.
So there you go. That's my life.
Wow. Wow.
I've had
I'm not sure I can follow that act, but
well, you had
I had a wonderful few weeks. It's been about 3 weeks since we've been on, and Mother's Day occurred in between there. We had a lovely day, but right after that, I became ill. Surprise! And it took about a good couple weeks to recover from that, but I was good.
Poor girl.
I know. So, but anyway, once I was on my way to recovery, I had the best surprise email from my very nice friend, Anna Williamson, who runs the Florida Stitchers. I go to their little local meetup once a month, right? So anyway, this past weekend was a Florida State Stitchers event called Spring Fling. It was held right here in Tampa, about 20 minutes from my house. How cool. And she contacted me on Sunday. The retreat was due to start on Thursday. And she contacted me and said, I have had a cancellation, and the woman, has generously gifted her registration. And I was wondering if you'd like to come. And my mouth just fell to the floor because this kind of stuff doesn't happen to me. I never win a prize. Okay, let's just put it out there. I never win anything. But I wrote back to her and I said, oh, Anna, surely there must be somebody on the wait list before me. And she goes, honestly, there's only a few people and they're all from far away. I've contacted them and none of them can make arrangements to get here in 4 days' time, because it was also a Memorial Day weekend, right? And it's expensive to try to get a plane fare and then pay for a hotel room and everything. So she said, no, nobody wanted the spot. So if you'd like it, I'm like, oh my God, yes. Yes, I want to come.
I was secretly so excited and jealous of you.
Oh my gosh. I was like, oh my God. So what do I do? She goes, I'll send you all of the stuff, the sign up stuff, the literature, and then just read it and just come. She goes, don't worry about all the other stuff. Well, I worry about that stuff. So having it been my very first retreat, I wasn't quite sure what do I do? Like, okay, so I know there was a thing on there about table favors, bring table favors. How big are the tables? There's only going to be 7 at a table. So we're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What can I do? What can I do real fast for 6 people? So I figured it out, and I was able to, bam, make 6 table favors. And then I'm like, well, who's the designers coming? Wow, Jeanette McGowan of the Blue Flower and Stacy Nash. Hello. I'm like, cool. I'm not prepared for this, So I looked up like some kind of a simple dimple design of theirs, so at least I could show up with maybe trying to start a little something, like trying not to look like a total loser, taking my little things with me. And I got a start on one of the Blue Flowers, but I just didn't even try a Stacy Nash because they're just like goals to me, and I just knew I couldn't even do it. So anyhow, I started one of those the night before. I got a line done. Anyhow, I end up going. I took all the things. Had to buy a new lamp. Had to buy. I took my little mat that Chris that you made me to my little placemat thingy, and I bought a holder, those metal holder things for your pattern to try to look like I knew what I was doing.
You do know what you do.
I was so afraid. I was having anxiety the night
She
before.
was.
It was crazy. I'm like, why do I think I'm walking into a national convention of like excellent needleworkers? I'm not. Just relax. So anyhow, here's again my naivete about this whole thing. So I'm like, oh, it's only 20 minutes from my house. The doors open at 7:45. Well, that's for all the ladies that are staying at the hotel, right? So there was supposed to be 125 people there. I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I'll get there at about 8:30. Well, I walked in at 8:40 and everybody's in their chair and talking away. And I'm like, oh crap. Now I have to find a seat.
And you lived right there.
I know. Here I was, like late as usual. So anyway, they had already started the program. So apparently I missed the part where she asked people who was first time attendees to stand up. That's the first thing they told me when I sat down. But anyway, I found a table of five lovely, lovely ladies, and they were all from Florida, but just delightful women that I spent the 3 days with. And I'm telling you, it was meant to be. So they welcomed me, they settled me down, and I got started, and we did all the things. So it was really, really fun. And I'm probably like going overboard because I've never been to a retreat before, and to have this gift and the excitement 4 days ahead of time, oh, it just was a lot. So once I settled in the first day, Janine McGowan was the presenter for that day. And what a lovely person. Oh my goodness, what a lovely person. I'll be showing you the hall that she gave us, but just spent so much time with each and every attendee that was there that day, and just talked. I got a picture we'll be showing you, and just lovely. I really can't say enough about her. She was thrilled that I was working on a little piece that she made. She was, oh, I recognize that. Like, oh yeah, this will go perfect in my house. I started it last night. First, whatever. But
anytime,
anyway,
I'm like living vicariously. Like, send me pictures, send me pictures.
I'm telling you. So other things that were wonderful about it is the food was fabulous. Okay, just putting that out there because we all want food, right? And they had a stash table that people would bring. Wow, that was like almost going into a needlework shop right there. So I picked up a few things that I like, not too much because I'm really overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that I have right now. So, but I did find a few precious things that I chose to bring home. Then in the lunchtime time and a little bit in the afternoon, they had a vendor sale. So there were fabric vendors, and a woman was there who made bags, and there was a lady selling patterns, and I can't remember the name, but they were mostly like sampler type things. And then there was another fabric person. So I really enjoyed that part, and I'll be showing you those things too, because my sad story, there's no needlework shops close to me. So I really kind of sort of bought a wad, let's just put it that way, of fabrics to put some new things on. So anyway, day 2 was the day that so that was Thursday, this first day. Friday was the day Stacy Nash came, and she was so interesting to she got up and she made a special pattern just for our retreat, and she described how she made it, and it was just so fabulous because she said when she makes a pattern, she starts with a blank piece of fabric. Can you even believe that? I mean, I look at a piece of fabric and I'm like, she just brings it out, and she thinks of things that she likes, and she goes to work. So I'll be showing you that in a minute. And I just thought her process was pretty incredible. So she told us all about living on her farm, and oh man, where does she live? I think it's in Oh, gads, I forget where she lives. I'll get to it. But anyway, she's got the whole thing. She's got the chickens and this and that and the other. So that was nice. But anyway, she didn't make it around to our table to talk to us, and I was a little disappointed. So anyway, it was just fun, and I just spent time with my ladies. Oh wow, here was the high point, kids.
I was waiting for it.
There it was. So we're waiting in the lunch line first thing, and I had heard that I love for Primrose Cottage. You know my love. So the week before, Nettie was on their Flosstube, and she said, "Well, I'll be going to Tampa next week to attend the retreat there. Anna is just such a sweet person and does such a fabulous job." So I remembered that. Oh, yes, I did. So in that humongous big room with 125 ladies busy talking and with all their things all around, it was a neat scene. I have to tell you, I'll put some pictures in our beginning of our Flosstube, how it just walking into that, it was just such a unique feeling to see everybody set up in their little space, with their hoops and their lights and their this and that and the other thing. It was just really fun. But I didn't see her. And so I'm like, oh gosh, I hope she showed up. We're in the lunch line and I spot her and I go in for the attack. Nettie! She was like, oh, hi. She doesn't know me from Adam. And so anyway, I'm like, I'm just fangirling now. I love you guys. And she goes, oh, she is the sweetest lady, just like she shows herself on the Flosstubes. So we just had a little chat since she had 2 arms full of dishes and her food and everything. So she ate the next morning, the final morning, Saturday, I went in and actually got there on time and I was early. And lo and behold, it's me sitting at my table all alone, and across the way, Nettie and her friends. And so I went over there and chatted her up for about a half hour, and we just talked about everything. And it just made my day. So Nettie, thank you for making my first retreat just such a memorable thing. And you are delightful, and your girls are so lucky to have you for a mom. So so now, Christy, you and I met Emily and Katie when we were at market, and
now we need to meet Lindsay.
We need to meet Lindsay, right? So I told her that I'm like, send her to some retreat I'm at somehow. So anyway,
she's a busy girl.
She is. It was really, really fun. So it was, in general speaking, it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend for me. And I'm kind of still flying high and overwhelmed with all the things. So anyway, that's all. Family's doing great. And so we're planning our trip to Chicagoland next month. And then with a couple days down into the Indiana area to visit with my girl.
Our plan is to record, but my baby's going to be here, so we'll see how this goes.
We're going to work it out.
His daddy's going to have to take him somewhere. Yeah.
Well, we'll give him money to take him to McDonald's. It's okay. Does he like French fries? Okay.
Yeah, he does.
We'll make him happy. So
they both do.
Oh, good. Will the corn be out?
June. No.
No. Oh, nuts. I was really looking forward to a fresh air.
Usually they say it's knee high by the 4th of July.
Oh, right. I forgot that.
It comes in late July and then goes through August and into September.
I have to come up again.
You do, because it's so good.
I want to pick one off the stalk. I never did that. We have corn in our grocery stores now, so I bought some, and we're going to have it
here already. So we must be getting yours.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyhow,
did you bring your calendar today?
No. You know what? In my ever evolving process of cross stitching, that calendar, it went out the window last month, so I didn't even fill it out this month. But where my mind's been, so I will fill it out for next month.
Well, but it's a you thing. If it doesn't if it doesn't benefit you, why do it?
It didn't last month. It really didn't. So, but it's a new month and it had been working for me. So, but last month was a bust. So I didn't even.
I will tell you that I did fill mine out and I did stitch every day. However, I did not follow the rules. There are rules and I can break them. I did not stitch fall. I did not stitch Easter. I did not stitch a snowman. I did not stitch Valentine's Day. But you know what? I really enjoyed stitching what I stitched. And so
that's the thing.
And I stitched every day and I kept track of everything that I stitched. So that's all that matters, right?
Good for you. Good. For you. Mm-hmm.
All right. Fully finished.
Fully finished.
I have any?
Yes. I am fully finished. Yay.
Let me see.
I have 3 things.
Fully finished?
So yes, I do. I have my pillows.
Aww.
My little squeeze the day lemon pillows. I finished them. How cute.
Huh? You did a great job.
Thank you. I didn't stuff them real full because these are going to go. Well, let me show you the other one. Fresh lemonade. There she is. Fresh lemonade. Beautiful. Same thing. Little patchy poo. So these are going to sit on my tiered tray, and I didn't want them so fat because my trays aren't real wide. Okay. And so I kind of finished them skinny-ish, but I'm really pleased with them. And
you did a great job.
Thank you. I followed, since this was my first time that I made a pillow thing, I followed Nettie's little movie about it on Flosstube or YouTube, and it was spot on. And I was just shocked that it turned out.
It did great. You did great.
I think I was really happy that the pom poms were going the right way when I turned it inside out. So it was a win for me. Yeah. So that's 2, and then I finished this girl. Now there's a story behind her, and she's not actually totally done, but
look at her.
I'm happy. So this it says make today a happy day. And this pattern is from Robin Pickens. She was a guest on a Annabella's virtual retreat last month, I think, at the very end of April or beginning of May. And so this was a free pattern from her, and it's not available yet, but
she told me, she asked me if I thought she could release it, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, it was perfect. So I started this one in Hawaii whenever I was there, because I mean, come on, let's face it, kids, this is no genius. It's pretty easy. It really is pretty easy.
So often you just need.
And I love letters. I love letters.
And I don't. Isn't that so?
But it was very pretty, and I got it mostly done on the airplane. And
your finish is perfect.
Well, it's okay. It's not really what I wanted, but it's okay. And I really kind of wanted to do it up a little bit more, but I'm happy with it. And here's the pattern. So anyways, I guess it's coming out. So I'm happy about that because I think it is darling. So yeah. Anyway, so that's my finishes.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It's only taken me 5 months. Yay.
So do y'all remember this? This was fully finished before. And remember, I put the magnets behind here because this was my thing from Dollar General. And then I decided I was going to keep doing all those October Fiber House skinny little pillows, but I was going to put it on here. The next one I did was Faded Flag.
Oh, I love that.
Now, here's the story on Faded Flag. First of all, Emily from Shady Grove Stitchers asked if I minded if she stitched with me. And I'm like, well, let's do this. Which we encouraged each other. But these were the colors on our last Flosstube. These were the called for colors. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it. And so I picked out what is now my patriotic bundle. And I'm doing all my patriotic with these from Color and Cotton. I have Midnight, Locomotive, which is kind of a steely blue, Merlot, which is like a deep red, and Velveteen, which is a pinky red, and Pale Ochre, which I am absolutely in love with Pale Ochre. I love that tea-dyed look that it has. It's just kind of faded. And so I used the Locomotive for the blue, and then the two reds, I took turns, and they were variegated anyway, so it kind of just did it on its own, you know.
Yeah.
But I love how it turned out. And then someone told me that Just Cross Stitch magazine had a sister pattern to that by October Fiber Arts, and it was the summer edition. And I got it from the library, so I don't have a pattern to show you because I just had it on my computer, on my iPad. But I did, it's not fully finished, but I did Let Freedom Ring.
Oh, that's nice.
I love it. It was really fast, and I'm going to make that one into the little tiny pillow that all the others are supposed to be. So I'm excited about that. And then with my same colors for my patriotic, using those same colors, I took, this is one of my favorite things to do. I love Teresa Kogut's books. They are absolutely gorgeous. This one is, it's already come out. I've used it that much already, but Hello America. Her books are gorgeous. And this is the 1776 sampler. I did not do this. I just did that little shield. And later I'm going to do these flowers, and I'm going to do this house and this flag. I'm going to do the eagle, but I'm not going to do this all as one piece. So this is my little shield, and I did it with chenille.
Captain America.
And I did a blue and white gingham on the back.
Oh, that's cute.
I think it turned out cute. And then from Asbury's Echoes, she sent us a Pinkeep pattern that had 4 Pinkeeps on it, just for mentioning her and all the things. And I did the 4th of July one.
Oh,
I
that's
put
pretty.
some red and white stripe, and I used the seam binding ribbon. I finish. So then Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher got me going. She has been sewing like a crazy woman. And I sew, but she was making bags to go to retreat, and she put a little fire under me. I made, in the last few weeks, I've made 6 big bags. I've given 4 of them away. One was a baby shower gift. One was to my friend Kim, who kept us at her house. One was to my friend Paula, who's battling with brain cancer. One was to Meredith when I saw her. And then I made myself one. And I used the poppy cotton fabric that I got when I was at market.
Oh, wow.
And I stitched it. It's just a panel, so it looks like it's a quilt, but it's just one panel. But I stitched all around it. And then this piece was a piece of fabric that came in the bundle. And then I did a couple little bags to match it to go inside. So, and I did a keychain to match my handles. So I did that.
Is that Big Bertha?
Well, this is a smaller version because I didn't use the charm packs.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same pattern as the one you sewed, but because this panel was only this big, it's a smaller bag. But then I had someone reach out to me and say, "Oh, would you make me one?" So one of our viewers asked for one, and I made her a Big Bertha in the greens. And so this will be going out to her soon. It has green on the inside, but this one I didn't do the I usually do the foam, but I started, if that foam can get expensive.
It can.
And so I used fusible fleece on the outside, and then I used a really stiff stabilizer on the lining, and it stands up all on its own. It doesn't have all that foam. So it's just nice to know that there's another option.
You know, I took my Big Bertha to the retreat to carry all my equipment because it's so big. And I was asked by so many A, if I made it, which I was proud to say yes, and B, where did you get the pattern? So yeah, it was a big hit. And I mean, it's just so big and functional. It's so
Yeah, and
pretty.
it's not hard. And once you get
No,
you know how to do
I
it.
can do it.
The laying out the fabric and arranging it is like the most time consuming part of it. But if you can take just a piece of fabric and make yourself one, it's fast. Like if you don't do all the squares, it's the squares.
Well, when you want to still like quilt it though.
Yes, but you don't have to sew all those squares together.
Yeah.
But on this one, I quilted it. I quilted on these lines, but this was the piece of fabric. So I didn't have to sew anything together. I just quilted
nice
lines.
Yeah.
So that one went really fast. So I've been on kind of a sewing kick. So it's probably good because I have fabric.
And use it up, girl.
In fact, right? All right. That's all my fully finished.
Okay. Well, I have no finishes.
Oh, I have some.
Because I fully finished them.
Yeah, you fully finished everything.
Want to switch?
I finished, speaking of Stacy Nash, I have Maggie May.
Oh my God. So many people had those things.
But I was going to dress her up and I am completely addicted and I cannot wait to do the next one. This was my strawberry Maggie May.
Oh, she's cute.
Isn't she cute with her little strawberry dress? I
was so impressed on how big they are. People had, they had a show and tell table too. And some of the people had them fully finished. And I mean, those things are a good 8-10 inches high.
Oh, this is only like six maybe.
Maybe they made them bigger. I don't know. But
I did mine on
things were big.
16 count. But next, she's going patriotic with my little colors that I picked. For her, I did Weeks Dye Works mostly with my own kind of curated colors, except I did the called for her face. And I'm going to continue doing the called for her face. Meredith thought I should just make clothes and like attach them to her, but I'm gonna keep making a new Maggie each time.
Okay.
So, I finished that, and then on the same strawberry theme, I picked a few colors just of DMC. I wanted my strawberries to look kind of vintage and antique-y. So I just picked some colors, and there was a gray in here, but it's all gone. I used it all. But I did two things on here. I finished two. One is from Stitching Friends from Sub Rosa, but I just did that strawberry.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, but I haven't put the little pins in it, and I can't decide if I want to. But she turned out real cute. Look at her. I love her.
Oh, I love that's pretty.
I think I'm not going to put pins in it. I'm going to put actual pins. Like I'm gonna make a pillow and then stick little pins.
Oh, like a pin cushion.
Like a pin cushion. But this is really a strawberry pin cushion.
Oh.
And so I'm going to not stitch the pins. I'm going to actually put pins in there.
Yeah, how pretty.
And then I did the Lori Holt stitch card. I love these so much.
Oh, those are so cute.
Cute and fast.
Those when I come up.
Yeah, this is M. So it has 4 different ones, but these are the 2 strawberries in it. I haven't done this one yet. I've only done this one, but I used my same coloring. I didn't do her bright cheery. I did my kind of vintage
that's pretty
antique-y. I need to put the stems. I'm just seeing. I didn't put the stems on the flowers.
Yeah.
And then if you remember, I had also done this little one too. So they're all going in my white little cabinet.
Berries everywhere in your house. Are they going to be in whenever I'm visiting?
They'll be in there while you're visiting. Yeah, it will be the berry season when you're there. And Maggie May will be all stuffed and finished. I'm going to look at Tiger Lily has a video on YouTube on how to finish all the animal crackers.
Oh,
so everyone says it's great. So I'm going to use hers. But this is my strawberry bag with my AccuFactum strawberry from Germany. I love it. Our shop just got new AccuFactum. 1 bolt already gone. There's about 3 more that are almost gone. It's just like been so there's not many places you can find it in the US. So that's a finish. And then my Bluejay summer.
Oh, let's see him.
All finished.
Oh, how pretty. I'm still on the flower.
The flower, my flower, I made some mistakes, but no one would know. So
no,
not going to tell. I did this on Fiber on a Whim, Forget Me Not, and it is 14 count.
Is that blue?
Yes, it's like a sky blue.
Yeah.
And then
I'm doing mine on too.
In our shop, we carry Robin Pickens fabrics, and she has a thatched line. And these are the fabrics that I'm going to finish it with. And so it matches perfectly.
Oh, pretty.
She does that. So we have bundles of this thatch that match all of her stitches that we carry in the shop. So pretty excited that that one's finished and ready to go. So those are my only finishes.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
We've been busy. Well, you've been busy sewing.
I've sewn in the car a lot. I've stitched in the car a lot.
Yeah,
like most of my stitching, I have found you have to be really careful stitching in the car. I can't do anything where I'm counting a ton or, like letters in the car, and I don't work. So I did a lot of fill-in things. Like I had Maggie May outlined and I just filled in the car. And a couple other things I'm working on, I did fill in the car. So I was very limited on what I worked on this month, actually. How about whips?
0.
Okay. I have just a few.
No.
I have a few.
Did not put a stitch in a thing.
I am working on Primrose Cottage stitching rules, and I'm just doing the no frogging allowed. And so I have started that one. It's not finished yet, but I've started it, and it is going to go. Christie Java Girl Stitches finished a stitchy box with this on top of it.
Oh,
and
come on.
I'm going to show you later all the things I've gotten to do mine, but it has inspired me so much. So this is going to go on the top of my green stitchy box.
Oh, pretty.
Yes. And then I'm just going to show you now. I was going to save this for haul, but I'll show you now. Then she lined it all with ginghams, all different kinds of gingham that matched her stitch. So I pulled together ginghams that I had.
Oh my goodness.
On the inside. And then I got Primrose Cottage has the little this little guy.
Yeah.
Rip It. So I got Rip It to put in there. And then Lindy Stitches had frog floss keepers. So I got those. I had these actually. I got those at the Jingle Ball.
Oh, okay.
And I found in my stash of scissors that I had green scissors to go in there. And then at Cotton Hearts, we have these seam rippers that have a jingle bell on it and a little flower with it. And
that's so cute.
That in there. And then I have some green beads for making with the charms on the end of it. Look at those.
Oh, cute.
And there's these cute little, look at these rhinestone. Look at these little rhinestone guys.
Oh.
And I got some buttons.
Where do you find all this stuff?
I just hunt everywhere. I got frog charms. I've got me some green buttons ready to go. So my box is ready to go.
It is.
And then while I was at H&H, I got frog fabric. So it's going to have a matching bag. And actually, I think I'm going to have frog stitchy box kits and project bags for sale. But look at this fabric.
Oh, come on. How cute is that?
And look what matches it.
Ah.
I just love it. And then I got a couple other greens to go with it. But this is one of my favorite lines of fabric. It is, I always forget, Lewis and Irene. We don't carry it in the shop, which is one of why I bought it at Market, because I adore their fabric. I found some when we were in Nashville at that outlet place. But anyway, that's going on top of my stitchy box. Then I bought all those stitchy patterns, like the Quaker and the quilt. I watched Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher today, and she is recoloring it in like more muted colors. I'm inspired. So I think I'm going to be doing that. I only have 3 more things really quick. My little canny little fox bear binder. God, I love this so great. But I haven't made much headway, but I'm working on Her Majesty from Blackbird design.
Oh, I love her.
And I have just her body kind of going here. Let me show you. There it is. And I'm using all Color and Cotton. Lauren at Color and Cotton helped me pick out colors for this. So I've worked on that. And I'm sorry to say, Lenny, I have not worked on my strawberry. She's probably, I saw her show it and she was really, really far. But it's one, I did it on 18 and it's tiny and there's a lot of counting and I couldn't do it on the road. So, but I have been working on my Primrose Cottage American Sampler. It has a lot of fill in and repeat, and it's big on 14. So I've gotten a lot done. I don't know if you can even see, I have my roof in, and so pretty excited about that one. And then, oh, my birthday stitch. I've made a little progress. It's still in the hoop. I didn't even take it out of the hoop, but I finished the vein, and then I'm getting this line here. It's another one that I could do this in the car. It was like, you know, repetitive and easy to not have to count. So
I think more houses done.
More of the house too. Yeah. Because I have it all outlined so you can just go in and fill in those.
Yeah. Nice.
So, but what this right now, I'm supposed to be working on these words, but I just couldn't do that and travel. It just, it didn't work. And then Maggie May started getting so far, I couldn't put her down. And well, there you go. So those are my whips.
Okay.
Oh, no,
thank you.
I have one more whip. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to show you, I have been kind of getting back into my English paper piecing because I had started a patriotic piece. And I don't know if it's going to be a wall hanging, a table runner. I don't know, but I'm doing it.
Pretty.
So it's all hexes, and this is the center. And then I have these white pieces that go all the way around it. So it will have it all the way around it. So I have all these different ones. So I have enough of these finished to go in each of these spots now. So now I'm going to start attaching them here. So, and then you can put another star on it and just keep going. But I don't know. I'm going to, in the intro, there's going to be a picture. I laid it out on the floor so you can kind of see what it's going to look like when it's all put together. But I really love English paper piecing. It's very calming and it's something you can do on the road so easily. So I don't know if any of you are English paper piecers, but like this one, I can take all these, there's papers in there. Like you glue it onto the paper and then you sew them together. Now I'll go in and take all the papers out, except the edge. You don't take that out until you sew it onto something else. But
so it's all hand sewn?
All of this is hand sewn.
Wow.
Yeah. I love it.
It's beautiful.
Thank
it's beautiful.
All right. That's my whips.
Okay. Well, we wanted to announce the winner of our giveaway from last time.
Whoop, whoop.
It was the little lambs. We had, do you have your pattern available?
Oh, it's over on the other side of the room.
Okay. Well, I had mine that we were going to do a double dip of patterns.
Right.
Yeah. For the same person. I had the little lamb biscornu. It's actually called Baba biscornu. And so our winner from the Wheel of Fortune Wheeler thing was J Forrester 95. So if you're listening, J Forrester 95, please contact us on our Gmail account. That's it's down below. Yeah, it's down below. And so contact us and we'll be sending that out to you. Congratulations. Yay. And for this time, a giveaway. Christy, you want to show yours?
Yes. Meredith from Rocky Run Ranch has given the new issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And
I want to win that.
You can't play.
I know. Boo.
You can borrow mine. I got it.
Okay, good.
I want to show you my favorite stitch in here. There's a lot of cute ones, but let me find it really quick. There's some smaller things, but this is the one I am in love with. Look at this.
Oh, the tomato.
I
Oh,
probably am just gonna do like this tomato and then maybe this
oh, it's
and then
so
maybe the
cute.
scissors. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole thing. You know me, I'm just trying to fill my cabinet right now.
No.
So I think we have a new holiday coming. I think it's gonna
Oh no.
be
What now?
the tomato holiday.
The tomato. Well,
Yeah. Or the sewing holiday.
summer is tomatoes, so.
And I don't even like them, but I'm addicted. But
Oh, I
anyway,
love
you
them.
get a free copy of
Woo woo.
and
That's a cool prize.
yeah, it really is.
That's a
It
cool
really is.
prize.
Yeah.
And I have an unclaimed giveaway from a few months ago. No one came forward to claim our Eleanor's bouquet that was
Aw.
donated. I know it was donated by Mindful Needles, so I'm putting it out there again, kids. And it's
Okay,
just
wait. For the primitive, we didn't give a word. For primitive punch needle, why don't you just
oh,
comment tomato?
tomato. That's good. That's
Okay.
good. And then for this Eleanor's bouquet by Mindful Needle Designs, let's just say flowers. Okay.
Okay. And
So we
remember
have
that you have to be 18 or older.
18.
You must live in the United States.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So our two words are tomato and flower.
Mhm.
And we'd really love to give these beautiful pieces away.
We
And
will.
thank you for watching. So we look forward to hearing from you. And hopefully the winner, Jay Forrester 95, will contact us and have two cute lammy little things coming real soon.
Yeah.
So there's that. Okay. Now let me start. Let me start with that Holt, because I know you got a bunch, but I got a bunch too and this is all from.
I don't have a bunch actually.
Okay, well, good. More for me. So this is all from my retreat. We're allowed to show this stuff, aren't we? What we get at a retreat?
Yeah, just don't show the chart.
No, I won't. I won't. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to show you how lovely the presentation was. This was from Janine McGowan. We all got these boxes that were just so pretty, and they were wrapped with a piece of twine that was just, I mean, you almost didn't want to open it. So inside the box was so many goodies. And the first one being this beautiful pattern. The theme of this retreat that I went
closer, it's kind of fuzzy.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
The theme of this retreat was all the flowers in my garden. And so she made this heart's garden just for us, including the pretty butterfly. And she used that as a theme for her other add-ons. And she gave us, of course, all the floss that goes with. This is some classic color work, some DMC to go with it. And then this is new to me, Cottage Garden Threads. These are they're stunning. I mean, the variations on these are
so
stunning.
those are silks, right? Or no?
These are threads. They're made in Australia, Gippsland, Australia, established 2008 by mother and daughter. And they small batch, hand dyed. So I'm just tickled. This one's called Blue Banded Bee. Oh, what a cute name. Oh.
Beautiful color.
It is. So anyway, those came as part of the kit that we received. And then she gave us obviously the fabric for it, which is this lovely piece of variegated brownish. It didn't have a name on it, so I don't know. And then, well, wait, there's more. She gave us a second box inside the box.
Ooh.
Oh, it was so touching. Oh, also she gave us this pretty butterfly needle minder.
Oh, it's pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then in here, in this other box, she gave us this little ceramic bowl.
Aww.
And a bag of lavender to
make a pin cushion.
She gave us the felts to sew together. Aww. And she had a little workstation set up, but I was too busy flapping my tongue to go over there. So you could sew that up, stuff it up with the lavender, and then stuff it inside So, it would go in like this and stick out. And then she gave us a pretty little flower to put on top.
Aww.
Wasn't that the sweetest thing?
It is.
I just was amazed. There, she gave us large discs. So if you wanted to make it big and fat, or small ones, and then they sit more down inside of the ceramic thing. So I'll be making that. I will. And there was also a little pin that came with it that's buried in here. So, here it is, a little butterfly pin to start our.
Oh,
yeah, this is by Puntini. So that was just like way above any expectation that I had to start with. And then for my day, the next day when we met Stacy Nash, she had all of these little baggies of for her presentation, and inside is her pattern. Oops, wrong one. The pattern is 2 Red Houses sampler designed by Stacy Nash for Sunshine State Stitcher. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this, how she described it. Remember, this is what she said. She sits down with a piece of fabric and thinks about what she likes, and then she starts stitching. So the top is an alphabet, of course. And then the next row is strawberries, which she loves in the summer. And then she made the flower pot because she loves flowers all over her porch on the in the summer. And those and nearby is a swan, a big lake with swans on it, and so she included them. And those 2 big red houses are right down the road from her. They've been there forever. Let me think. Let me look in where she lives. Oh, I thought it said here. So it says, not far from our house is a waterway where the swan nest. I love watching the babies hatch and grow throughout the summer. And the 2 red houses, these 2 houses are not from our farm, not far from our farmhouse. And I fell in love with them as soon as we moved here. The first one is so small and sweet. It spends its days empty, and I dream of moving it to our farm one day. Wow.
Oh.
I know. And then the 2 ladies are, I think, her grandmothers, or her mother and her grandmother, I forget. And then there's a dog there, and it looks like some random lemons.
Susie, what does she have it made into on there? Is it like a bag?
It's just a it's made of fabric. So this is fabric. I don't know. It's
but you sew it into a little bag that with ribbons.
No, it's just like a piece of whatever. Maybe
it's all frayed on the edges. Like,
no, it's not. It looks like it is. The fabric is tan, and it has a white leaf pattern around it. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe she made it quickly.
Or there's no finishing instructions on how she did it?
No. Okay. It looks like she just put it on a piece of fabric and kind of turned it over a couple times to half stitch, and then stitched it along the piece. So I mean, I don't know, maybe she would put a like a holder to hang it on the wall or something. It was it wasn't. So yeah, that's how it was. That's just a piece of ribbon she had for decor and some buttons. But anyway, it's real pretty, and it's still kind of yeah, it's a little hesitation on my part, but goals. So there was that. And then lo and behold, I'm here, and there's giveaways constantly when you go to these things. I mean, I'm feeling guilty enough sitting there getting all these beautiful things and tons of other little notch tchotchkes from everybody else. And she pulls my number, and I win a prize. Like, this is unbelievable. So what I won was a lavender lotion bar from Stacy.
I love those Stacy Nash lotion bars.
It smells absolutely delicious, and you put it on your hands and just rub it in, and coconut oil, shea butter, beeswax, vitamin E oil, essential oil, fragrance oils. Anyway, she makes all kind of stuff at that little farm of hers. So that was just like an extra wow for me. And then off of the recycle stash thing, I got a couple new patterns because I really love these country cottage needleworks things. This one's from 2005, and I don't even know when this one's from, but it's old.
What are they?
North Pole Post Office. How cute is that?
Yeah.
And this one is a little house called Winter Welcome. And I just love these patterns. They're little, they're pretty, and I'm apparently a collector of country cottage at this point because I have a boatload of them. And then, of course, my favorite lemons. This was on the table too. Isn't that cute? Here comes the sun. This is by Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, believe it or not.
Cute.
Yeah, it's old too. But my favorite thing was the fabric. So these were all offered by Fabrics by Stephanie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are all 16 count, which I grabbed.
Ooh.
So I have a blue and this gorgeousness here.
What's that called? What color?
This is called, okay, so blue is called Cersei. Cersei. Brown is called Driftwood.
I like that one.
It's pretty. I love this one, Banshee. Check this out.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that pretty? It's called Banshee. And this I just loved. I don't have know what I'm going to do with it, but it's called Melody. Ooh. It was a little bit smaller piece. This one's only 13 by 18. And catch this. This is by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And this is 14 count Ada. And it has no name, but.
Oh, really? Pretty.
No name. Unless it's twice bitten, thrice died. I don't know. Is that it? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't either.
I have a perfect stitch that you can borrow, a Christmas one that goes on.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about
market this year. Yeah,
I was thinking about Christmas, and this is another one. It's called Winter Mint, but it could be like a blue or a green.
And that's Atomic Ranch also, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was my favorite thing. So right before I went to this retreat, I was watching one particular Flosstube that was Hello from Liz
Matthews.
Yeah, and she was showing all her things, and so here's one of her new patterns, and I mean I just fell in love with this. It's
so cute.
It's very cute. It's probably above my pay grade, but I'm going to give it a go. And so that's why I saw this.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thinking not. I think I can do it.
You can do that.
It's going to be a long haul.
You like letters, but
I do like letters. But there's strawberries and houses and a black cat like Phoebe and a moon.
Very cute.
And the moon. And so that's why when I saw this one,
that'll be
the winner. Winner chicken dinner. So that's my haul. And oh no, it's not my haul. Oh, back up. Can I tell you what else was there? A wonderful woman who I've known for years, who I've reintroduced myself. We've reintroduced ourselves. We used to do Stampin' Up together all the time. And I went to my first local group, and there she was, Jean Schaufstall. And so we refriended, and she makes bags. So she was there selling bags.
Cute.
Isn't this adorable?
Yes.
So this houses all of my patriotic stuff, including all of the new Primrose Cottage stuff. So American Celebration. And I've chosen this fabric. Obviously, I haven't started, but I got the whole wad. I ordered the whole wad from them because I love them so much. And the fabrics, because
you got the finishing fabrics.
Well, there's nowhere to buy a fabric around here anymore. Jonia's closed. So and the threads. And I got the American U, which I intended to start while I was there, but nope. And then this one too. So this houses my American Celebration. And these girls have a home. So it's rehoming time here at the Waldens. And in another bag that was made for everybody at the retreat was given this bag. I'm too close. Everybody had a bag. Somebody made them. I don't even know who. I don't even know who made these.
That's a lot of bags.
It's a lot of bags. It was 125 bags. And then for door prizes, she made little bags. And then the floss holder bag. I'm telling you, whoever you were, if I'm talking to you now, thank you, because this is an absolutely gorgeous bag. Look at the pretty inside. I mean, it's just lovely. And so she has rehomed my sweet flower cottage. And this is from Annabella's, which I just thought that was really sweet. So that's for her. So there's 2 bags. Well, Jean made that one. I know Jean did not make that one, but Jean made this one.
Oh, look at the rickrack on it. So
isn't that adorable?
Yes.
I mean, and she just uses it's nothing hard.
Fusible fleece.
Fusible fleece. A stiff one. So we had talked about this last month, last time we did a thing, and so she's going to live in here, and I need to get started on here. June is my official month to start Christmas stitches. So,
oh, really?
Probably, yeah, because you know how I stitch. It's going to take me forever. So I'll be happy if I get 2 done. And then look at this one. How cute is this? Having just come back from Hawaii. Oh my! Goodness.
Wow!
How appropriate! And then this one under here. So all my Hawaiian kids are living in here. Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, we'll be working on them.
Something to go on that bag. How perfect is that?
Ooh, wow. So yeah, all my little Hawaiian kids live in here. So I was just really happy that 4 deserving kids got a new home this month. So yay. And that finishes my haul portion for today. Take it away, Christy.
Wow, that was a lot of haul.
A lot. I know. I don't usually do that. So,
well, I've gotten Dandelion Wishes at Market by Robin Pickens.
Oh, I love that.
Love that stitch.
So cute.
Well, while we were at H&H, I ran across this fabric. Look at this. And it has a matching friend.
Of course.
And so I'm going to make a bag out of that. I got at Color and Cotton Springtide to stitch it on. I got my flosses ready. And then 2 Charming Chicks, which is one of my favorites. She makes a lot of the necklaces that I wear. And I actually do stitching for her. So I do cross stitch and she turns it into necklaces that she solders. Oh, beautiful things. I got a charm from her that is a dandelion to go on my bag. So I need to make that bag so I can put all of this in there and get started on Dandelion Wishes. Very excited about that. And then I am in the Grace Notes Neutral Fabric Club, and I got 16 count Palomina, and it's really pretty. It's very tan.
Oh, that's pretty.
It has almost a little bit of a pink to it when you're in person, but it's mostly yellow. But I got that that is my neutral fabric.
It's called Palomina.
Palomina.
That's pretty.
And so I get neutrals from them every month, and then I get from Beautiful Sip and Stitch, I get their Fiber on a Whim, and this time it's called Oz.
Oh, look at that!
Yes.
Is there pink in it?
No pink. It's
no
just
pink.
Green.
Just green.
No pink. It's just my side of Oz.
Okay.
And then I don't know. There's a group that I follow on Facebook called Millennial Quilters, and they have fabric, and this is called Botanical, and it's 14 count. But you know, the berry smoothie from Primrose is really, really pink. And this is just like it, but lighter pink. And I really liked that. So
that's nice.
A little less pink, just a little bit softer. And I really liked it. I don't know what I'm going to do on it, but I ordered a piece of that, and I guess they have all kinds of clubs. They have these QR codes that you can go to the Fabric of the Month Club, Week Dye Works of the Month Club, Classic Color Works, Gentle Arts, where you get like different ones every month to kind of build your stash. So,
and who's the main club?
It's called Millennial. Well, it's Millennial Quilters is the group that I follow on, on Facebook, but that's where I got this from. I'll screenshot these little QR codes for you. Okay. And then we were contacted by Crazy Annie Stitches, which is a shop online. I don't know if we've talked about this, you and I, but she is really fun, and she's sending us a box. I'm really super excited about it. And she said to tell you she's sorry, but she's had some family illnesses, so it didn't get out yet. But she is starting a new Tiny Modernist, has designed 6 stitches for her shop. It's exclusive to Crazy Annie Stitches and Crazy Annie Stitchin'. And I'll have the link down below. And we also have our own personal link that if you join this club where you get one of these ornaments every month between July and December, it'll show up whether you ordered them from us or not, like through our Flosstube, which is kind of cool. So they are snow globes, and they are so stinking cute. And a lot of them, it's called Winter Forest Snow Globes, and a lot of them have animals in them. And I am doing an animal ornament every year for Elliot. So this is like perfect. I don't know that I'm going to do one a month during July and December, but I am going to do these. But this is what all of them will look like.
Oh, how cute.
Aren't they so cute?
Oh,
that
my.
llama, he kills me. And the hedgehog, he's so
cute in
his little mushroom. I love it. And then, so the very first one is July, and it's the penguin.
Oh,
and so you can go on, you can use our link that will be down below, and you can go on and you can join the club, and you'll get this one of these every month between July and December. And she said to tell everyone that they're throwing in a little surprise gift in every pattern that you get. So that's kind of exciting. And I love Tiny Modernist. I think she does the funnest stuff. So I'm excited to get that. And she is going to be sending us each a copy of all of them and a copy to give to you all as a giveaway. So in July, we'll get this little penguin, and somebody will win that. So,
wow.
And I think that is, I didn't have a lot of haul. This was my big haul.
Yeah.
But they're just so pretty.
Pretty good. Yeah. Okay.
So there we are, friend.
Yeah. So I'm sorry that I don't have any new shout outs today. In the past few weeks, I've really been just trying to get things done and keep up with my millions of other floss tubes that I watch. So I haven't really tuned into anybody new, and I'm sorry about that, but I will. I know that, you know, there's constantly new floss tubers out there, and they deserve us to watch. So we'll find.
I haven't found any new ones. I haven't watched any new ones. Like,
no, I haven't either.
I have kind of my routine of people that I watch, and because I've been on the road so much, I kind of squeeze those in where I could, and haven't ventured out there to look at people. But I will when life slows down.
Yeah. And I have to say too that it's been the past few weeks, even though I haven't felt well, it has been glorious outside for Florida. For me to say that Florida in May is glorious, it is very unique because it's been warm. So warm to me is like 80 to 85, but there has been no humidity, and there's been a breeze because we don't live far from the Gulf. So it has been glorious. And I've just spent a lot of time outside, and so I'm not sitting inside watching TV. So anyways, it's all good. And there will be plenty of times to watch, and just hope that you all have had a wonderful few weeks this month too. I know there's been a lot of disasters going on around our country, and God bless you, all of you folks that live in that tornado area. I think of you all the time, and I just pray for you.
It's
So
heart-wrenching what everyone
yes,
still
it
trying
is.
to pick up the pieces and
Yeah. Yeah. That said, June 1st starts hurricane season here. So, we don't know what we're in for this year, but I'm sure it'll be fun and oh
we
boy.
had something weird here in Indiana. We had a dust storm.
Yeah, you were telling me.
While we were gone, and they have pictures of it, and they told people you have to pull over to the side of the road because you can't see who's in front of you and if they've stopped. And well, we weren't here for it, so we didn't like witness it, but I can tell you it happened because our breezeway was disgusting. It was so dirty.
Gross.
We spent the whole weekend cleaning up our breezeway, and well, when we got back from Indiana, we spent our time cleaning it up and getting it ready for the season. But that was weird. Like, who would think of a dust storm in Indiana?
Well, Ryan told me last night that we were talking to him. He's in Chicago, in the city in Chicago, and it came through there. He said it was unbelievable. It just got all dark, and it was dark for a few hours, and then it blew away. But, the dust is everywhere. So there's a unique thing that happens in Florida called the Saharan dust storms. And the sand from the Sahara Desert flies across the ocean and swirls around the Caribbean and Florida. And it also makes it, the good thing about it is it kind of gives us a haze. So the sun isn't so hot.
Oh, that's nice.
It's icky. It's icky. Air is icky outside. So that's kind of a weird phenomenon that happens here every summer. And it's been getting worse, obviously.
It's unusual for us. So
it is very.
The weather has been doing all kinds of crazy
weather is just weird. I know.
It's weird, but we are thankful that all that we knew were safe. And pray for those people that that lost their lives, their families. We pray for families because that's just so devastating. I know Marion, Illinois was just like flattened. And there was areas of Kentucky that were really bad too. So
they were.
We keep you all in our thoughts and our prayers.
We do. We do.
We're not really sure when we're going to be back. We haven't really talked about it. You guys, life's busy. My baby's coming. My son's getting ordained. And
got a bunch going on.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll look for you, and we hope you look for us. So thank you so much for joining us today. And
we come back.
In the meantime, don't forget,
Floss Daily.
Floss Daily.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah.